link that. Can you explain why Biden thinks it's okay to threaten and condition aid to America's longest ally and only democracy in the Middle East just because an accident in war happened with the WCF? Explain how that's logical. Well, if you are an Israeli person, or if you're a Jew and you studied history, especially of your own country, you would know exactly how that's possible. It's because in a democracy, you have to win the votes of your people. If your country is doing things that are threatening our leaders and their ability to maintain office, you're going to lose support in your country. That is something that every democracy around the world, Israel, historically, has always had to struggle with, is that when you're losing popular support amongst your people, you have to redirect your policy accordingly. So if in Israel, you guys are conducting warfare in such a way that you're not satisfying the international or public, or at least the U.S.'s desire to see that you're striking people responsibly, or if mistakes are happening that they're absolutely unavoidable, and you're failing to do that, then of course, you're going to start to lose aid or support from a democratic country. Because it's always going to happen that way. Yeah. Destiny, so you meant that Biden is only doing this to cuck to Muslim voters in Michigan, not because it's the right or logical thing to do? Politicians in a democracy are not supposed to do the right or logical thing, okay? Conceptually, a democracy is supposed to be the expressed will of the people of a country. It's not technically supposed to be up for a politician to decide what that will should be. The politician's goal is to enact the will of the people. So if the will of the people changes because of whatever reason, then the job of the politician is to reflect that change in will, not to buck it or to fight against it. If he does fight against it, in a democratically elected society, if the leaders do fight against the public, then they lose. And then you get another leader in who will do what they want. That's how democracy works. So you agree that conditioning aid to Israel is not the right thing to do? Personally, from like a moral, or like, do I agree with it? I mean, it should always be conditioned. I don't necessarily know if like the recent strike on the aid vans is like something that's like so horrendously beyond the pale and blah, blah, blah. I mean, like obviously it was a horrible, tragic event. I don't think Israel is intentionally killing aid workers like some seem to say, but that doesn't matter. You have to keep in mind that at the end of the day, you have to recognize that you're a democracy. The Americans have a democracy, and we're going to act democratically. And if you do things that cause you to lose support from your allies, the populations of those allies in a democratically elected country, you're going to lose support. That's the reality of how politics works. Jews used to understand this. You used to know this a long time ago, okay? You should learn it again. Yes. The accusation I was talking about say that the White House is involved with the left protest leaders in Israel. Okay, I'll click this later. We haven't even gotten to our first clip of the day yet, okay? Do you think that Muslim voters in Dearborn and Hamtramck are going to abstain from voting or vote Republican? I don't know. I haven't even seen the breakdown, the numbers, and the ages and everything yet. So you're against the FDR. You're against FDR supporting the allies before the people wanted it. I mean, in a democracy, yeah, you have to follow the will of the people, or you lose elections. That's it. That's how it goes. You can. I mean, to be fair, you have a little bit of pushback on them. Like leaders can lead as well, but mostly you're going to be held captive by whatever the window is of how your public wants you to act. Yeah, that's a democracy. That's how it works. Hold on.